really been writing stories about things that you are attracted to. Let's talk about it.
Y'all don't know what time it is. I got the black leg.
What's going on, you all? We got to talk about the Tyler Perry lawsuit. A $260 lawsuit has been filed against Tyler Perry by his former actor who has played in two of his shows by the name of Derek Dixon. Now, Derek Dixon is suing Tyler Perry for harassment, all of the things. To summarize the lawsuit a little bit, Derek Dixon is accusing Tyler Perry of using his power and his influence to persuade him and groom him to have a relationship with him, and he has not been interested. Now, interesting enough, there is a character that Derek Dixon played by the name of Dale, and he was a small town homosexual white guy that was using his looks and was a S worker to provide himself a living. Basically, the character was a S worker. Like they were doing S work to survive. And from what is saying in the lawsuit is that Tyler Perry wrote that because of his interest around a person like that. To say that you wrote a character in because that is something that you are attracted to goes to the history and the rumors of Tyler Perry and the men that he has hired to be in his plays over the years. There's an infamous episode on the Boondocks that was taken down because Tyler Perry was not happy with it. And in this episode, it was supposed to be Tyler Perry, but it didn't use his name. But the similarities were there. You had this character that started off doing plays and started doing movies and dressed up as an old woman named Medea and all of the things. And in the background, you see the character have these very chiseled men in the background, like these very chiseled men. Going back, watching all the Tyler Perry plays, you remember seeing these actors who weren't the best actors, but they were just there to be eye candy. Like the men were always very, very desirable, very gym body, very toned, very muscular. They were usually light skinned or dark skinned. Like that was something that was joked about a lot. And some can argue that Tyler Perry did this because he was trying to get black women in and watching the plays and they want some eye candy. Very well could be said. I mean, it could be argued. That very well could be argued. And seeing that this is not the first instance of a rumor of Tyler Perry having some type of attraction with someone who worked for him. The live stream that Christian Keys did 2 years ago, back in 2023, where he talked about someone very powerful, a billionaire, taking advantage of him. And he did not release a name or never said a name, but he said it's somebody that y'all knowing, somebody who y'all respect. Now, he never did say Tyler Perry's name. And when people asked him, he said he's not referring to Tyler Perry. He said that shortly after. Now, some people can speculate that he was paid off. Some folks can say maybe he was paid off for his silence. But, these things do not happen out of nowhere. They do not happen out of nowhere. I'm not concerned about Tyler Perry being queer, all of the things. I just do not care about that. What I do care about is someone who's been accused of using their power. Like you've been profiting off of black women pain for the longest. And to find out that you're using the profits off of this to now get men opportunities that you want to sleep with, like, yes, this is an accusation. Derek Dixon hasn't been to court. This is a lawsuit. This is not any charges or any of this. This is just a lawsuit. And he's bringing forth text messages. I always say this, text messages don't really tell much because someone can change a name and make it seem as though they're the person that who is texting, who was being sued or being accused of things. They can lie. Somebody can just be texting and pretending to be said person. But the conversations in the text message, I'm not going to hold y'all looking at them. It really does come off like this could be Tyler Perry. This comes off like it could be Tyler Perry. And if it is Tyler Perry, in these text messages, you see the textbook grooming. You see Derek Dixon not really showing interest in Tyler Perry like that. He's not interested. And Tyler Perry keeps advancing, keeps flirting. And asking and requesting for him to flirt back. He's making innuendos and sending pictures like, you don't see this stud. There was one text message where Tyler Perry, the name, text Derek's phone, and it was a picture of Tyler Perry on the beach somewhere, and he was asking, you don't see this stud? And Derek Dixon text message, from what it seems like he was just not interested like that. And it kind of supports what he's saying in the lawsuit is that he didn't have any attraction to Tyler Perry. He wasn't interested in any type of relationship other than just having a job. He
Thank you
wanted
for
to
the
have a
lights.
job, and he did not
Come
want
on,
to
y'all.
be
Come on.
on
Push that
the
like
opposite
button.
side of Tyler Perry. He wanted to be in good graces with him to get opportunities. This is how these things work, and it's not uncommon. Like this happens. Like when we talk about desire, like this is one of the things where desirability becomes very, very complicated because Tyler Perry, for all intents and purposes, desired this white man. He was very much interested in him, and he gave him opportunities based off of just that. If that is to be true from what is being said in the text message, if this is Tyler Perry, we don't know. This is all alleged. We don't know if this is Tyler Perry, but what he's saying, it seems as though this person was attracted to him, interested, got him opportunities. Now, while we talk about power dynamics, because we're talking about a multi-millionaire named Tyler Perry, and Derek Dixon is just a random white man who benefits from desire. Tyler Perry still outweighs him a little bit when it comes to power dynamics. And I will argue this wouldn't have been taken as serious from the blogs if this was a black person. I do not think it would be taken serious. I think it would be taken as a joke. People would be laughing about it, like you knew what you were getting into when you did that with Tyler Perry. But this is a white man. He benefits from that. His innocence, he benefits from that. Automatic. Like, and I'm not saying that he's lying or any of that. What I'm saying is the benefit of the doubt is going to be given because he is a white man.
I'm Sarah, and I'm an attorney here at Atticus. It's no secret that getting approved for disability benefits can be extremely difficult. But why? Just like an insurance company, the Social Security Administration needs more money.
This sounds like a powerful person that is coming on to someone who is clearly not interested, but is using their influence and their ability to get them into spaces to get them to be interested in them. The text messages say a lot, and they're very descriptive. There are conversations about deals that Tyler Perry had with Amazon and Netflix. This doesn't sound like just somebody made a profile or whatever Tyler Perry. It sounds like this could possibly be Tyler Perry. We don't know, but the conversations are very detailed, and it seems like he's having a conversation with somebody who is Tyler Perry. Now, going back to my point that if this was a black person, it wouldn't be taken as seriously. It wouldn't. It just wouldn't. And I think that is something that we need to consider when people come forward. People did not take Christian Keys serious when he did the live stream. Yes, Christian Keys never said that Tyler Perry was the person, but he talked about a very powerful figure taking advantage of him and coming on to him and promising him opportunities and all of these things. People made jokes about it, they laughed about it, and said that, hey, you are attractive, you're desirable. What do you think is going to happen? And I feel like y'all are saying a lot. I feel like anyone who will argue and say you knew what you were getting into are some of the same people who would do some of these same things if they have the power and influence that Tyler Perry has. Like, you're not telling me that. Because even though Christian Keys does benefit from desire being a masculine, light skinned, some folks will argue he's not masculine, but for all intents and purposes, this light skinned, gym body man, like, he does benefit from desire, but he still is a black person that can be taken advantage of. We talk about power dynamics with people who have the influence and power like a Tyler Perry to pluck someone out of nowhere and make them a star, at least in the right of them to be able to make more money and get out of poverty. People will sell themselves, unfortunately. We have to talk about power dynamics. That's why when you get pulled over or you're about to be arrested, they tell you do not say anything until you have a lawyer present because these police have power over you in this moment, that they can say things, you can believe that they're on your side or they're just doing simple questions, but they're doing things to get information out of you that can be used against you. That's why they say wait till your lawyer is present, because you can be uncomfortable and say the wrong things and you didn't even mean it, because the pressure is there. We will start saying things even if we don't believe it's true because of, hey, I'm nervous, I don't know what's going to happen to me. Some of us have experienced this at our jobs, a supervisor asking us questions, and we're about to lose our job, and we might share stuff that we don't know if we're going to lose our job. Like, we don't want to lose the ability to not live or survive. We don't. We don't. That is why you see people rely on certain work to make it, because they want to live. Yes, a lot of the OnlyFans and Just for Fans and all of that has gotten a lot of attention and has become mainstream, but there's still thousands and thousands of workers who do this to survive. Even the ones who may glorify it, they are trying to survive. And it's not glitz and glamour for a lot of them. A lot of them are trying to survive. All of us are trying to survive. In any way, shape, or form, we're all somewhat selling our bodies for money. No matter where you're working at, you might be selling your mind, you're selling your brain, you're selling yourself to make money. And it just reminds me of the conversation, because there is a famous designer who is being accused of the same thing, that has been around a lot of Black queer people and been at Black Prides over the last couple of years, who is now being sued or has a case or something about them doing the same thing as Tyler Perry. Like, these people know who are the most vulnerable. I remember when this designer was at DC Pride and they were at a club around Black folks, and they're white. So many men, even when it came to Andy Cohen at Black Pride, around a lot of Black folks, you had Black men who were saying, hey, I wouldn't say anything. You got Black gay men, no shade, making comments about, I'll sign an NDA, I will do these things, I don't care. Because you all understand that you want money. You will sell yourself. Like, that's basically, we're joking about it, but that's the thing. We will sell ourselves to have a better life. And everybody has a quote unquote price. You might not do it for $100, because $100 doesn't hit the same for you. But somebody who needs their $100, it gets them to the next 2 hours, will do that. And now you understand, you might not, but if you're selling yourself for a flight across the country or a vacation, there's a price on you too. And you understand the dynamics. And these people who have that power and that influence, they know they can continue to rotate them out, because there is so many poor people. There's not that many billionaires and millionaires. So there's endless amount of people to exploit. They know that because they have companies that do that. They have businesses that exploit labor from people all the time. So it's not uncommon for them to think, hey, I can exploit for my own pleasure. And I'm not saying everybody who does hire workers are doing wrong. People can consent and do whatever they want, but people like Tyler Perry know it's beyond just that. It's clear that this man is not interested. He cannot take no for an answer. He's not. He's pressuring him in these text messages. In these alleged text messages, you see that he is persuading him to be interested in him. In these text messages that are allegedly Tyler Perry, I'm not hearing anything about him being a phenomenal actor and being brilliant in what he does. I'm seeing someone who is attracted to somebody and is able to get them a job in being an actor. Now, I'm going to say this. I find it very interesting, and it's not lost on me, that there are not that many Black media organizations that are covering this. The ones that are respected, I'm not seeing them cover this. Now, I am seeing People Magazine, TMZ, not respected, but I'm seeing the big entertainment blogs cover this. They're taking it serious. And I think it helps Dixon's case because it's not coming off as a gossip blog mess situation. I think that is what happens sometimes when we see these stories get propped up by the Shade Room, Neighborhood Talk, and these blogs. No one takes it serious because these are not organizations that are respected because of the content that they post, that nobody takes it serious. But you have People Magazine covering this, which brings some legitimacy to it in the court of public opinion. And it probably would persuade Tyler Perry to settle out of court. We don't know yet. Like, this story just dropped, the lawsuit just, made its way to these media publications. So we don't know what's going to happen. But I will say that since some of these big entertainment are covering it, it legitimizes this. And also Derek Dixon being white. Like, it's serious. It's very serious. So yeah, this is really something. I definitely will be paying attention to this. I will say that a lot of us are not really surprised. There's been rumors about Tyler Perry like this for years. There's been jokes and stuff. There were rumors and jokes, but not to the level of Diddy. It wasn't an open secret, but people made jokes about Tyler Perry being attracted to these men that he hired as actors on his shows and movies, especially his plays for years. They've always made comments about that. I think what's going to happen now is a lot of people are going to turn this into, oh, we told y'all he's gay. Nobody cares about that. I don't care about that. I care about Tyler Perry exploiting Black women and their trauma and their pain for personal gain. Like, this is for personal gain. Like, if this is true, you're offering a man a job based off of your attraction to him. You're doing that. These roles could be given to somebody in the community, a Black person, and you're giving it to someone because you are attracted to them. And if that is true, what else have you been doing? If you're giving roles to him, how many other times have you considered somebody for a role based off of your potential interest in them? This is why you shouldn't be the only person. This is why it shouldn't be Tyler Perry. It should be so many other people in the process doing these things. You shouldn't be the only person to write his room. That's what makes you dangerous, because you are the one that can write and do all of these things.
Yes,
Nobody
Tyler.
else gets to question and say, hey, I'm not sure. This is why we need other people in these rooms to have checks and balances. You have too much say-so. You have too much say-so. And I feel like someone like Tyler Perry, ego has gotten the best of him because no one can tell him nothing. And now you've got Sherri Shepherd and Taraji. Taraji, are you going to go on the island with him and take pictures with him too? Like, that's the questions that I have, because y'all are silent. Y'all saying he come to save, he's saving Black women, he giving y'all a check. Now y'all, look at y'all now. Y'all can't even take pictures with him right now. Y'all, look at y'all now. You can't even probably take pictures with him right now. You probably want to, but I'm guaranteeing if you have some people behind you, some folks who work for you, your team, I'm guaranteeing they're telling you, your public relations folks, no, girl, not right now. You might want to skip on the interview with Tyler Perry. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you. But y'all are the same people who take pictures with Russell, and the same person who telling Megan Thee Stallion she needs to cover up. Yeah, but now I want y'all to speak up. Like, y'all been out here defending Tyler Perry. Now they try to come out and what's the tea? How y'all feel about this? Like, speak up. I want y'all to be just as loud when y'all were loud in these interviews, because there is seeming to be some truth to this. And now y'all looking goofy. Y'all out here promoting this movie and all the things, and look at it now, like, you just can't make this up. So I'm wondering now, since God has Sherri Shepherd on speed dial, is God doing this to let you become the next Tyler Perry? I'll wait.
Subscribe, like, and share.